Hey guys, if you are new to my channel, do not forget to check out my previous video. In my previous video, I've explained how I came up with these nodes, and I also explained the flow of nodes on DaVinci Resolve 18. Do not forget to check out my previous video. Now let's get back to this video. So guys, as you can see here from my previous video, if you watched it, you know how I got to this point. Basically, the left side is the left viewer and the right side is the final product, like I explained on my previous video. So, quick recap. Let me select the background here and hit 1 so you can see the background. The left side is my background. The next is the design of my background. The right side and the left side is a little different. It's not the same. So, right here is what I did. You could check that out on my previous video. Click right here on the right side. So the next here, merge 2 with the background 2. It's the blue background. So if I hit the background and hit 1, you can see the background on the left side. Okay, and the next layer is the text. Okay, so this is the text. Let me place it in the middle. Okay, so this is what I was able to do on my previous video, and you can learn how to do it there. So let's continue. There's a little problem that I would like you guys to observe, and also I would like you guys to be able to solve it if you are editing videos. Okay, so right here on the text, if I move this text right now, only the text is moving. So imagine you have several designs on the text and also on the background. It's going to be hard to move everything and place it in the right place all the time. Let's say I change my mind. I don't want it in the center. I want it on the side. You do not want to be moving it one by one. Okay, so what are we going to do? Now, if I started this project and I had a mind that I'm going to be moving the background and the text, I would have to arrange this nodes differently. So that way I could move both the background and the text. So how do we do this? First, I'm going to explain something here first that was going to help you grab the concept of what you're going to be doing. So guys, if I hit merge right now, okay, whatever I do to this merge is going to affect everything that is connected to this merge. If I had 3 other nodes connected to this, okay, and I hit merge, is okay. Let me use this one as an example. If I have 2 nodes here, everything I do to this merge 2 is going to affect these 2 nodes. Obviously, what I could do is add this text to this line right here. So that way, the background, which is the blue one right here, and the text is connected to the same merge. So that way, anything I do to this merge is going to affect the background and the text. If I'm able to put this text on this line right here, like connect this text to this merge. All right, so let's begin. I could disconnect this merge and try to add this merge and all of that. That's all good and Bambi, but that's an easier way, like I explained. So the same way you are going to connect on the horizontal line, or the same way that works is the same way this line works. Any line that is going towards the direction, they all work the same way. So what I'm going to do is connect this line here to this way. Remember on my last video, my previous video, when you do this, it creates a merge for you. Instead of doing the merge yourself, disconnecting the merge and connecting the merge, just do this. That's the easier way. So that way you don't have to do all of that. So once I do this, it creates the merge for me. I do not have to do it. Now I could have disconnected this merge right here that goes from background to merge and connect that background to this merge and connect the merge output to this merge. I could have done that, but that's going to take a bit longer. So the fastest way to do it is to take the text output and connect it to the background output. So that way the merge node is created for you. Okay, so if I go to this merge, now this merge controls everything here. Now if I select this merge and move this, as see it, both the text and the background moves. This merge right here, you could delete this merge if you want to, but you could leave it as well. It's not gonna affect your work. Also, you could add another node here if you like. So now, if you want to animate this whole background and text, you could animate the whole background and text. Let me show you a quick example of how you could do this. Okay, so I'm going to go with the rectangle effect. Okay, so I'm going to use the Fed Max because now I'm trying to add the Fed Effect Max. I'm not trying to add a background or a foreground. I'm simply trying to make an effect on the whole nodes here. So the way for me to affect the whole nodes is to connect it to this merge. So anything that affects this merge affects everything here, every nodes here. Let's connect this to the Fed Max. Boom. Let's put it this way. I like to put it this way so you can see each directions and see what's going on. So now on the screen, if I move this out of the way, you're not going to see nothing, not the background, not the text. So let's put it back. So let's try to do an animation. Okay, so on the beginning, the text comes in. So let's go right here at 120. We are trying to make the text and the background disappear. So let's pick something here, maybe levels. Now let me use width, something different. Okay, so what you could do is, remember, you have to pick your starting point and your ending point. That's basically your whole animation, your starting point and your ending point. Once you understand that, all your animation is easy. So my starting point is going to be at, I think this is 12 seconds. Okay, 12 seconds. I'm going to hit my width at this height. Okay, and let's go to maybe the 14 seconds. So 2 seconds later, I want that width to disappear. So let's go to 0. Disappear. Nothing to view. 0. Boom. So it's going to go from 12 seconds to disappearance in 2 seconds later, 14 seconds. Now that's cool, but I want it to appear right back. I'm doing this just to show you guys how to do the animation just in case you missed it on my previous video. By the way, go check it out. So let's go to 17 seconds. Now let's go to 18 seconds. Let's go to 18 seconds. Remember, it's still at 0, so nothing is showing, and we want it to reappear. So what we're going to do, we are going to start another animation at 0 because that's where we are continuing from. Okay, so we are simply continuing our animation. So we're going to start from 0, and let's see, 2 seconds later we go back to where we started, 0.05. You can make it bigger, but I just want it to be exactly where we started. I like my animation in uniform. Not wearing uniform, but you know what I mean. If you let it play out, this is what you get. So let's try to do animation with an image from our media pool. So guys, I already have a circle that's a PNG file. So we are going to be making an animation with an image. Okay, so we are going to go to our media pool. I already have my image right here. So I'm simply going to drag from the media pool down to our workspace. Okay, so I'm going to hit media pool to get it out of the way, and I'm going to select that image and hit 1 so you can see what it is. It's simply a circle that shines a little bit, and I'm going to rename it just in case you want to rename your nodes. To me, it's encouraged to rename your nodes so that way you can keep track of what you're doing. So in order to do that, hit the F2 button or simply right click and select rename. Okay, so I'm just going to name this circle underscore img. Hit OK. So I'm going to connect this to our flow of nodes, as I call it. I'm simply going to play with the size here. I don't want it like this. I want it to touch the edges of our background. Okay, I have something that's selected. Okay, so make sure to select the proper nodes so that way you don't go and start editing something else. Okay, so I've selected the merge. You have to select the merge in order to make certain animations or certain changes. Okay, so selected the merge. So now we go to the inspector and we're going to play with the size. So I want the size a little bigger. I want it to just touch the edges of my background, my blue background. So I'm gonna go here. When you go here, you could fine tune your sizes so that we don't have to go too big or too small. Goes up slowly. Okay, so I think this size is good enough. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to try to make the circle small and end here with this size right here. I want my animation to start small to invisible to this size right here. So because I want to do that, we want to make our animation. Okay, I'm going to make animation from 20 seconds to 25 seconds. So because my animation is going to end here, so I'm going to start with where my animation is going to end. So that way I don't have to try to measure this again. Okay. So I'm going to hit the animation button, which is the diamond besides the size because I'm going to be working with the size. Okay. So I hit the diamond and my starting point is marked, and I push this time indicator back to the 20-second mark. I'm going to make this 0 so that way it's not even visible. So it goes from invisible to that size that I picked out. Boom. So that's the first animation. So guys, I also want to add another animation with the same timeline that I already chose. Okay, so I'm going to start with the same timeline and I'm going to make another animation. Now, the next animation I'm going to do is I'm going to make the circle spin. So I'm going to be working with the angles. Okay, and I'm going to start again with the 20-second mark. So I'm going to hit this animation right here and I'm going to go to where I ended my last animation, which is 25 seconds. And I'm going to hit 360 here. For those of you who did math, 360 means you've made a full circle. So it's going to rotate from the smaller size when it's not even visible. It's going to rotate 360 from the smaller size to the size right here. So let's see what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's take out those indicators and just play it. Okay, so as you can see, as it's getting bigger, it's also spinning. Boom. That's how that's gonna look like. So basically what I'm saying, you can make more than one animation with the same timeline. So that way you could make several motions in several ways, however you want to do it. I have come to the end of this video. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that like and make sure to sub. Peace out.